What is up, crazy fam? Hope you guys are having an amazing, beautiful day as always. And today we're going to be talking about an absolute monster. And when I say monster, ladies and gentlemen, I mean it. This thing absolutely annihilates people. And since the changes have happened to the submachine guns, let me tell you, this thing got deadlier. You are going to be surprised at how strong this is. I'm talking about the one and only Teraba. So if you guys do enjoy this video, and only if you do, a like and a sub truly does help me out a lot and is very appreciated. And now let's get right into it. Let's take a look at this loadout that I was using in this gameplay that you're about to see. As you guys can see in this kinetic slot, we're running biting winds. Then we have Teraba, obviously. So let's quickly take a look at this beautiful exotic perk, the Ravenous Beast. This weapon stores power when dealing or receiving damage. And you also have the Bottomless Appetite. Dealing continuous damage extends the duration of the Ravenous Beast. Not only are you going to be getting a huge damage buff and landing 33 per headshot, but you will also be doing the same amount of damage when you're landing body shots. So this is super forgiving. It absolutely deletes people off the map. It's actually crazy, guys. It's a 750 RPM submachine gun with 30 in the mag. The range is pretty decent, and as mentioned, since the changes, it is pretty stable. It isn't that hard to control anymore, which makes it super fun to use. In the heavy slot, we're just gonna be running a sword just for fun, you know, get those burn kills. As for the mods, anything that will just make our overall setup better, more deadlier, and more fun. So, what kind of playstyle suits the Ravenous Beast perk the most? In my humble opinion, you gotta kinda mix it up. You need to play aggressive with it, but at the same time, you gotta know when to disengage, because the way the perk works pretty much tells you how you gotta play with this weapon. Even if you don't get those kills and are even peek shooting, and yes, I know it's a submachine gun, it sounds weird to peek shoot with a submachine gun, but with this one, it actually works really well. Because even if you do small amounts of damage and are taking damage from the enemy, you are pretty much charging the perk, and that is precisely what you want to be doing. Once you get that perk up though, that's when you go insane and start playing very aggressively. This weapon has crazy potential when it comes to 1v2 or even 1v3 situations. As long as you're getting that first kill, then doing just a little bit of more damage and proccing that perk, it's game over. There's just no way you're gonna lose those fights. Even if you're shooting those enemies in their toes, they're gonna be dying. They're gonna be melting. The damage is insane, and the submachine gun is super forgiving. So the potential of winning some crazy 1v2s or 1v3s is unlimited. I absolutely love this weapon for those situations, and I feel like it is the strongest when it comes to those 1v2s or 1v3s, as long as you have the perk procced. Now, in general, submachine guns right now are in a very good spot. So if you're in a 1v1 situation, you shouldn't have any issues anyway. If you're landing those headshots, people die very fast. If you're getting pushed by a shotgunner, just do a little hop back, shoot them at the same time, and honestly, you shouldn't have that many problems at all. When it comes to classes, I would say it's amazing on all three classes for sure, but once you run Teraba in combination with Peacekeepers on the Titan, yeah, it's pretty solid. That one definitely feels like is the best combination with this submachine gun. However, as mentioned, when I'm playing on my Hunter, I love to run Dragon Shadow, and that is precisely what I'm using in this video. And the reason I love to combine it with Dragon Shadow is everything just feels so much smoother and faster, right? Obviously, you can pair it with some other amazing exotics such as Wormhusk. Bacchus is really powerful with it. You just blink behind people and absolutely annihilate them. So yeah, that is definitely a good choice. But for me personally, I really enjoy pairing it with the Dragon Shadow. As for the weapons, you guys know I love using bows, and in order to get that quick kill with it, I do love to pair it with a bow in the kinetic slot. But that said, any kind of weapon that you enjoy using depending on your playstyle will work with the submachine gun. If you want to run a sniper in the kinetic slot, fine, that's just gonna work amazing. You get a pick, you push with the submachine gun, or maybe a pulse rifle, auto rifle, scout rifle, pretty much anything, guys. As long as you have the long to mid range covered, all the rest Teraba will take care of. Teraba is just one of those weapons that is super unique does tons of damage, and gives you the ability to win some insane encounters, right? But the one problem it has is you can't swap the weapon. Probably many people will be like, I don't know if it's worth it, man. You know, I want to combine it with something. I want to be swapping around the weapons. And that is a very good point. That really is. But if we're talking about a submachine gun that is on a completely different level when it comes to damage in PvP, it's terrible. There's just no comparing anything else to this insane submachine gun. The great thing is this beauty doesn't have a catalyst yet. Now, hopefully, the one that we do get in the future will take that problem away. Think about it. Just imagine how strong that will be. You get a kill with Teraba, then swap to another weapon, do whatever you want, then you swap back to it, and the Ravenous Beast energy is still there. And you keep doing this, and once it's ready, you just swap back to the submachine gun, and it's game over, baby. Nobody's touching you. They're all getting melted. I mean, if that happens, this weapon easily goes to S tier, God tier, whatever you want to call it. You will see this meta in a second, in a blink of an eye, if that catalyst gives us the ability to swap around this weapon. As for the mods on the helmet, I run submachine gun targeting to land those crispy headshots. Now on the arms, I love to run these two right here. Focusing strike grants class ability energy when you cause damage with a melee attack, and bolstering detonation grants class ability energy when you cause damage with a grenade. Now I can afford this because I have Dragon's Shadow, which takes care of the fact that I'm not running a reload mod or a dexterity mod, right? Dragon's Shadow is just perfect for that. And of course, we combine all of this with high energy fire and taking charge, so we have another buff for our damage every time I pick up an orb of light. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say about this one. I truly believe this is one of the most fun weapons in the game. I always have a blast when I use this, man. It's just something completely different. It makes you play around the Ravenous Beast perk, which is really fun, charging the perk and then absolutely destroying people. And guys, if you haven't tried it, trust me, it's worth it. There's just so many weapons in Destiny 2 people don't use, and they're just so much fun. And yeah, some of them are not like the best of the best, and it's not the so-called sweaty loadouts, but it's not about the sweatiness of the weapon, it's about how you master it. And some weapons, ladies and gentlemen, if you master them, they can become an absolute nightmare for your enemies. So try this one, hop into the Crucible, charge up that Ravenous Beast perk, and enjoy the games, man. Trust me, you will have a blast. Thank you once again for all the support, guys. We got some more beautiful content on the way, so stay tuned. If you guys did enjoy the video, and only if you did, a like and a sub truly does help me out a lot, and is very, very appreciated. Thank you once again for all the amazing support. I appreciate every single one of you. And as always, have a crazy, beautiful day.